Hey everybody, how's it going tonight? It is November 7th. It is currently 5 o'clock in the evening. We are on our last field of corn. This is the last, well, there's probably 4 acres here left, I suppose. Maybe 4 acres, but we had some downtime. We haven't combined for almost 2 weeks until tonight. All of the elevators locally were full for a week to 10 days, and then we got between, I think it was Thursday and Friday last week, we got almost 2 inches of rain. Sunday we got 2 inches of rain, and then Tuesday we got another 1.5 inches. So it's been damp. We finally, since we're up here, you can see we're up the valley from where our grain setup is at, but if you look down there, it's getting dark, but down there is where we unload the, the trucks and everything, and they just came out tonight and they finished hauling the rest of it away that we had combined two weekends ago, because we had combined these ridges up this way. There's a ridge up there and there's a ridge up there. We combined them. We got a couple of wagons from the neighbor. He's got a couple of big gravity boxes, so we were able to get all of it off the ridge, is what I was concerned about, before it got rainy. So say Dale is down there combining right now. We'll probably take a little ride with him here once he comes back up, but yeah, it's been an interesting last couple of weeks. It rained. We got close to 6 inches of rain in the last week. 4 of them come just in the last couple of days. So it is muddy. You see on the tractor tires, it's muddy, but it's solid and firm here. So, and luckily enough, it's flat. So that was my concern. Even if it is a little muddy, at least it's flat. It's not like we're, trying to slide coming down ridge roads and stuff. So, Brett's out there running radar in front of him with the 4-wheeler. But yeah, I got the grain cart behind us. That's got a dump in it already. I think, as much as I don't want it to be, I think this field will go on the grain cart and then probably one of the smaller gravity boxes. So prefer if it didn't. Prefer if it wouldn't go on everything it had, but that's just not the case. Corn has been drying down. It's been like 14.5%. So we're plugging along. Actually, last year we were ahead of this. I thought for sure this year we'd be way ahead of last year. But because of the rain we had, and then the fact that the elevators weren't taking any corn, there were a few other ones local around us that were taking corn, but we don't have a truck to haul them to. So Riverdale Ag comes out and grabs our corn for us. Obviously, we pay for trucking, but they are by far the cheapest any place around trucks it. So we decided we'd just sit and wait on it. It is only the 1st of November. And then the one in town, we could have probably pulled the gravity boxes there with the tractor, but now you're talking about, it was, I think last week there was a couple of days they opened up at the end of the week, because they weren't taking any corn until later in the week, but it was only highs in the 40s those days, and the tractor with the cab's got the duals on it, and we've got the drawbar shortened up for the grain cart, and I don't think with the duals in the tractor will physically go across the scale. So we didn't want to, it's too cold to take tractor like cab. I know we're a bunch of wussies, but we waited it out. So anyway, we're here now. We should, bar any problems, we should be able to finish up. We had a few problems here a couple weeks ago from the combining. We threw a gathering chain off of the head One of the idler sprockets was bad, so new idler sprocket, new gathering chain up and running. We also threw the belt for the chopper on the back of it. Didn't feel like we needed that too bad, so we just closed. There's a door on the back. Closed the door on it. Now it's just, you know, spitting the cobs out on the ground without running them through the shredder on the end of it. So, yeah, we weaned the cattle. Weaned the cattle last weekend. They're going to be sold, I think, the 15th of November, something like that. So, anyway.
Can I go home and get something to eat?
Yes. Anyway, Brett's hungry. He wants to go get something to eat. So, anyway, yeah. So we got the cattle weaned. The cows are up on the big ridge behind the barn, chewing on the alfalfa up there. So I was hoping to get some soil or some chisel plowing done, maybe, but it's too wet for that. So it probably won't happen now unless we get a dry spell and some warmer weather, but it is what it is. So anyway, I'm just gonna we'll continue this once I climb on the combine. good corn here. When we get to the end. I don't know, it may all go on the grain cart. We'll see. I'm getting down. It might not go in the grain cart, which I guess is, I'm okay with. Maybe close. It's probably 3/4 full. That spot where the head stopped moving, we do have a little bit of a belt issue on one side of the feeder house. We tightened it up. There was a belt that was, I think it needs a new belt replacement. We tightened it up a couple of turns, and we went from combining at like 1.5 to almost 2 miles an hour to now we can do 2.5 plus, like 2.8. I think we were doing like 2.8 most of that time I was combining, even though it felt like I was doing like 6 miles an hour when I was riding on there. But he got into that end of the field down there is pretty good dirt, and he got into some better corn. I think he started in a little fast on the end rows. That's why it stopped turning. So it made a big difference on doing that just by tightening up that belt. So there's only 6 more rows right here that go the whole length of the field, and then there's, I don't know, probably 24 to 36 rows of short. The rows just gradually get shorter down to that corner down there. So I think it'll all go on the combine right now, more than likely, and it probably will all fit in the grain cart. Don't really want that, but I guess it is what it is. I might take the tractor down the other end, and that way it's down there. Shorter rows that way. The OLED lights in front of this thing sure brighten up things around here. Brett brought me a sandwich. That was nice of him. But, yeah, so the combine has been working okay. Other than that, excuse me. Sorry about that. It's been working okay. He just had it happen to him again right here in the same spot. He went in a little too fast, and his belt started slipping, so... I got a couple of things I'd like to do to it, obviously, maintenance-wise, this year, or this coming summer, winter, next summer, or whatever, but I'd like to put a couple more lights on it. I'd kind of like to have one pointing out on the top, kind of points out to the right-hand side of the combine as you're sitting in it, kind of behind you in the grain tank. And then I need to put another one on, like, the back of it. There's one that's burnt out that points backwards so you can see better as you're backing up at night. Other than that, it's not bad. I put those two LEDs up on top of the cab a couple years ago, and that really made a difference. It gets up above the corn. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry, guys. But I put a couple LEDs up on top of the cab, and that really helps out. It shines out above the corn, so you can see down the field quite a ways and out and around. So, yeah. Other than that, it's been working pretty good. We got to get that belt, obviously, for the chopper next year, and then we got to fix that belt on the feeder house. That actually affects even the bean head. Like it, especially if you get a wad that goes through the bean head, all of a sudden it'll stop turning. So. I think I'm going to stop video now until we're about done, and then we'll videotape the last few rows. We're dumping again. I don't know if it's going to fit in there now, which is a good thing, I guess. But that means I'm going to have to get cold because the already box is on a tractor that doesn't have a cab. Okay, well. It didn't all fit in the grain cart, so I guess that's a good thing. But the bad thing is I got to go home, back to the buildings, and grab the tractor, the grain gravity box at that point, and which means I don't have a tractor cab, and I'm not 100% dressed for 40-degree weather right now. So this is gonna get interesting. Getting to be the time of year that right here in front of me, right through here, is where the snowmobile trail goes. So they're going to be coming by apparently the next couple of days to put the signs up for the snowmobile trails. Come on. I didn't like that. A little slippery. Imagine that. It's an 86 series that the torque works in. That blows everyone's mind. Yeah, snowmobile trail goes right through there. And that's up into the neighbors there. And it goes across the bottom, up that big ridge road up there behind us. Then across our field into the other neighbors. So I am going to do something very 86 series though right now, probably. Because I'm going to probably grind gears trying to shift from second or first into second. So we're gonna see. Oh, yep, there it is. It's shit grinded. Hopefully I can get going now. Yeah, we're going downhill, so Anyway, we'll see you down at the bottom with the other tractor. It's gonna get cold. Tractor shuffle, because the lights on that sometimes don't work good. So I have to unhook one wagon, hook to another one to put. All right. Now, got light. Boy, hard to see down there in the drawbar. Is he okay there, bud? Okay. Good?
No, keep going.
Back up some more?
Yeah.
How about now? There we go. All right. This wagon isn't completely empty. There's probably 100 bushel on it, or maybe a little less. Wouldn't fit on the truck, so. There's something about having a open station tractor in the fall. I can smell the corn, and anyone that's been around the corn harvest knows what I'm talking about. You can just smell it has a smell. It's the corn stalks. It just, I can smell it. I can smell all the way down here by the buildings, and the combine is, I don't know, half a mile away, I suppose. So, yeah, it's my favorite time of year. It's better than, I always get that itch in the spring to go turn some dirt. And I always get a little bit of an itch to cut some hay and the smell of that. But I really, at the end of the day, I just like the fall, the season, because it smells of fall. You feel like you're harvesting your accomplishments for the year. So I see he's down to the last 6 rows, and I told him not to combine until I was up there to finish the last 6 rows so we get it on video. So we'll see you up there. I should also add, he's got the last 6 rows right down there, and I think my daughter's in the combine with him. She said that she wanted to try combining, so I don't know for sure if she's going to be the last one combining the last 6 rows. So if she is, you know, let's try to bear with her a little bit. It may not look pretty, so let's go. Oh, you're good. We got a 15-year-old combine in here now. Straighten up a little bit. There you go. That's what's in the tank. And we got the last 6 rows up here. See the tractor up there. I'm in the combine now. If you didn't know, they'll save the last 6 rows for me, I guess. Actually, Casey. So you go to the right a little bit. There you go. Too much. There you go. There's the end right there. To the left a little bit, sweetie. Other way, other way, other way. There you go. Straighten up. Getting there. Just about. To the right a little bit. There you go. Back to the left. Back to the left. Back to the left. Oh, 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 oh. There it is. Pick up the head. The cord out there on the unloading it.
Look at it.
That's it. All right, there's the last load going out the gate, and we're heading out the field. So here we got this in the second gear. All right, we should put it third. But anyway, I got a rider here. I combined well, not even 6 rows. Casey combined the last 6 rows. I just pulled it up to the wagon to dump it. So I guess maybe we've got a future combine operator in our hands. We just got to get this guy with some longer legs so he can drive tractor, and then Dad and Uncle Dale can just sit in the house and collect royalties. Don't you think?
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, we're heading out the gate. One of the 4,000 gates we have to go through throughout the year to get the combine through. With that, 2024 harvest is complete and on wheels at this point. And I guess the next thing is we're gonna get everything tore down. We gotta get those calves sold, and deer season's only a few weeks away, so we gotta get ready for that, because that's like the second most important thing to do in the fall. So anyway, I will if you guys I guess I'll talk to you guys later, but if you guys got any questions, let me know. Comment to it. If you got any ideas, we've got some bin issues where, as far as we're trying to figure out a way to have a little more capacity. I've looked at these hopper cones that go on the bottom of grain bins. Like, we got that round grain bin that's in the yard there that's only, I think it's probably a 2,500 or 3,000 bushel bin, but I've looked into it a little bit. I haven't called anyone or emailed anyone to look at prices or anything, but I've looked on the internet, have seen prices. If anyone else uses one of those, I thought maybe we could raise that one up, maybe put an extra ring around the bottom of it, and get us, in that, like, I don't know, 3,500 to 4,000 bushel area, which would get us most of our crop out of the field. We'd have to sell a bit, but like the other day, we could have combined all the rest of our corn, and without a problem. We could have had it all combined, and we would have been sitting pretty 2 weeks ago. But instead, we were waiting, and to top it all off, that bin that we have in the bottom there, that was full of corn, and it rained so doggone much that it ended up sinking in the ground and leaning. So they had to come out. It must have been on Tuesday, yeah. Tuesday they come out. They still weren't taking corn yet, but I was able to bribe enough, and they were nice enough to come out, and they took, you know, like 400 or 500 bushel out of that bin just to take some weight out of it so it wouldn't tip over. So appreciate them for doing that. But if you guys ever run into these hopper cones on these round grain bins, let me know. Yeah, look at that. Kind of a tight squeeze through here. There's a hill on this side, and there's a barbed wire fence right there. So it's tight through here. So, anyway, me and Brad are going to tell you bye. If you got any questions or have any answers or comments about those bins, let me know. If anyone runs into those, if they work good, we weren't going to put a dryer or anything in them. They would just literally just be, you know, because the little bit that we combine at this point, it's kind of silly to combine it wet. I mean, and then to have to dry it and get a fuel barrel out or whatever. And so we just want just a plain cone. Or we've thought about possibly getting a grain truck again, but the maintenance on a grain truck all the time. We had that, you know, several years ago. We had 2 of them. We had 1, and then we had 2, and then it was double the amount of work. And I don't know if I'm wanting to go through that. And to go buy a $30,000 grain truck, that's still gonna need work. I mean, it still needs tires. At that point, you're probably talking about a diesel. You know, and then you start talking injection pumps and stuff like that to go bad. You know, I start talking big money. So, you know, we think that we could probably get, you know, to a cheap enough, hopefully with the hopper cone on the bottom of the grain bin, and see how that works. So, but anyway, enough jibber jabber, babbled enough, and we'll say we've got corn out of the field, and so, well, I'm gonna watch out what I'm doing here. I'll slide off the road. So anyway, I'll talk to you guys later. Have a safe harvest. You're not done yet.